We need to solve the linear inequality x minus 1 divided by x plus 3 is greater than 2. We'll begin by first transposing the 2 from the right hand side to the left hand side. So this will give us x minus 1 divided by x plus 3 minus 2 less than 0. The goal here is to keep the right hand side 0. Now we'll combine the two terms on the left hand side. So here the common denominator will be x plus 3. In the numerator we have x minus 1. We have negative 2 multiplied to x plus 3. So that will be negative 2x minus 6. Right. So here we have x minus 1 minus 2x minus 6. This will be greater than 0. So it gives us negative x minus 7 divided by x plus 3, which is greater than 0. If we take negative as the common factor, so we have x plus 7 divided by x plus 3, which is greater than 0. Now, to get rid of the negative side, all we have to do is multiply both sides of the linear inequality with negative 1, which will give us x plus 7 divided by x plus 3. So this is going to be now less than 0. The sign of the inequality flipped. What we have done is we have used a property. That means let's say we have two numbers a and b, and a is greater than b, and we also have another number c, which is a negative number, that is it's less than 0. Then it follows that if we multiply a with c and b with c, then ac will become less than bc. The sign of the inequality is going to flip. Right. So this is the linear inequality. We'll find the solution to this linear inequality, which is the same as solving the original linear inequality. So let's do that. So here we will immediately get two cases. We'll consider the first case. So case number 1 says that we have a rational expression x plus 7 divided by x plus 3, which is less than 0. The case 1 will be we consider the numerator x plus 7 to be a negative number, so that means less than 0, and simultaneously we're going to consider the denominator, which is x plus 3, to be a positive number, that is greater than 0. Let's solve the two inequalities. So we have x less than negative 7 and x greater than negative 3. Now we'll try to find out a common solution to this. We'll consider a number line. On the number line, we'll consider negative 7, negative 3, and 0. The first one is telling us that we have to consider all the values of x which is less than negative 7. So that means it's going to lie to the left of x equals to negative 7, and x greater than negative 3 means we'll have to consider all the values of x which is greater than x equals to negative 3, or that means values of x lying to the right of x equals to negative 3. Now, looking at this figure, we can say that there will be no common value of x which satisfies both x is greater than negative 7 or x is greater than negative 3. In other words, we can say there will be no such number on the number line which satisfies x less than negative 7 and x greater than negative 3 at the same time. So that means we have no common solution here. There is no solution that does not exist for case number 1. Now we will consider the second case, which is case number 2. Now this time what we'll do, we'll consider the numerator, which is x plus 7, to be a positive number, and we will consider the denominator, which is x plus 3, to be a negative number. So that means we have a positive number divided by a negative number, so that will make the expression negative, and the linear inequality is going to hold. So let's solve this. So we have x greater than negative 7 and x less than negative 3. So let's plot this on the number line. So we have our number line with value negative 7, negative 3, and 0. X greater than negative 7 means we have to consider all the values of x which is greater than negative 7. That means lying to the right of x equals to negative 7. And x less than negative 3 means we have to consider all the values of x which is lying to the left of x equals to negative 3. And that means values less than negative 3. Now here we can clearly observe that there is a common region. So that means if we pick a value of x between negative 7 and negative 3, it's going to satisfy our case number 2. So that means we have x which is going to be greater than negative 7 and it's going to be less than negative 3. So this is the solution, since we do not have any solution from case number 1. So this is the only solution to our given linear inequality. And if we want to express this answer in the interval form, that means we have negative 7 going to negative 3, and these will be an open interval. That's because the endpoints negative 7 and negative 3 are not part of the solution. That means they are not included.